So, the man spoke. Jack Curry, baby. The man spoke. We heard what he had to say on the Michael Kay show. And that's what us Yankee fans need. We don't want to hear from any Joe Schmo on the internet. We want to hear what Jack Curry has to say about the situation about Juan Soto. So here's the latest. Here's what he knows. So earlier on, within the past few days, Mark Feinsand reported that the Yankees believe that they will get the final crack to match or best Juan Soto's best contract offer. Jack Curry, however, hasn't heard this, but he did say it would provide an interesting wrinkle in this whole thing, basically saying it would put the Yankees at an advantage, and of course it will. But he hasn't heard any of that. Not that he wasn't saying Mark was wrong, he just hasn't heard it himself. Now, Jeff Passan believes, he reported that Juan is expected to meet with teams this weekend and will make a decision by the start of the winter meetings. Now, Jack Curry, he mentioned that he would be shocked if this comes to a close before the winter meetings. He thinks it's going to happen during the winter meetings because, Scott Boras wants the festivities of it all. A couple hundred reporters, media, all at the winter meetings down there in Dallas. He wants all the hype there. So why would you do it beforehand? Probably do it during the winter meetings. So Jack Curry also mentioned that it is possible for the Yankees to go out and sign Soto and a big name starting pitcher like a Max Fried or Corbin Burnes, but he's unsure if they will do that. Curry projects Soto to get a 14 or 15-year deal, could hit $50 million per year, but he thinks it's definitely going to hit over Ohtani's present day value, which is $43 million. So he thinks Soto's going to get upwards of $43 million per year, which I just thought that was, a for sure thing. I didn't think he was going to get anything less than $43 million. But as I said, he's unsure if the Yankees are going to go sign Soto and add a starting pitcher. They had a very successful meeting with Max Fried, 90-minute Zoom call. Very successful meeting. Fried wants another meeting with the New York Yankees. So there is that. He also mentioned, of course, Adames. The Yankees are interested in him as a potential plan B and interested in potentially trading for Cody Bellinger. Then he just mentioned that in the future, maybe Judge moves to first base. Whatever. That's besides what we're talking about here. We're talking about Juan Soto. We're talking about the New York Yankee offseason here in 2024 going into the 2025 season. With all this being said, we really don't have anything new. Right? Not much. The Yankees adjusted payrolls $229, okay? If you sign Soto, let's say to $45 million per year, that brings your adjusted payroll to $274, I believe. So if that's the case and the Yankees want to stay under $300, you have a lot of wiggle room to still add a couple of relievers, maybe even a starting pitcher. Marcus Stroman, if you don't think he's a good fit here, but somebody else might like him and think, hey, that 18.3 that he's making is sure as heck digestible. Look at what Severino got over from Oakland, $22 million per year for him. Great job. He had a decent year, a 3.9 ERA. Stroman had like a 4 ERA, so he wasn't like terrible. He was okay. He wasn't great. He's a fifth starter, and that's okay. He's 4-5. That's fine. And a team might want to bite at that. Might say, hey, we'll just take on his contract, bro. Let's just take it. It could happen. So that being said, if the Yankees just don't deem Stroman as a fit here, they could unload $18.3 million, potentially, if another team is willing to say, hey, we'll just have him as our fifth starter. It's fine. He's solid enough. Okay, great. Then the Yankees have an opportunity to go and sign a Corbin Burnes or a Max Fried, for sure, while still having some money left over to go and address your bullpen. Maybe also grab an infielder and try to still stay under that $300 million. Now, if you just move on from Soto entirely, right? Adames might get 25, 30 million per year. Fried might get 30 million per year. I mean, he should. Maybe he'll get even more. Then you're looking at basically the same situation, but you have an extra player in this scenario, which is great, I would just rather have the better one in Juan Soto. And then if you're able to unload Marcus Stroman, that's 18.3. Listen, Jack Curry, he said it himself. Juan Soto is the best offensive player that he's ever seen. And he's seen a lot of ball players. He's the best offensive player he's ever seen, and I echo that sentiment. It's just, this guy can hit for power, he can hit for average, and he walks more than he strikes out. It's incredible what he could do up there at the plate. That's why he's so damn valuable. I understand he's not a great defender, but come on. The things he could do up there at the plate is just no one else could do that. Aaron Judge will strike out 170, 180 times a year. Juan Soto's not doing that. He's walking more than he's striking out. And he could hit 40 home runs. He hit 41 last year. He hit almost 290. It's incredible what he could do. I feel like we're devaluing him just because he's not the best defender. He's not. I'm with you there. But look at David Ortiz, how great he was with the bat. That's Juan Soto, man. That's Juan Soto. And his offensive skills are gonna age like fine wine. I believe they will, especially at that Yankee Stadium. Guy's only 26 though, so let's relax with this whole aging thing. He's 26 years old. Austin Wells, I believe he's younger than Austin Wells. Think about that for a second. He's younger than Heel. Think about that for a second. So he's worth the investment. 1,000%. He's worth it. Even if he's going to DH later. That spot's open for him. And that's a very expensive DH. I get it. I understand. Soto's worth it, damn it. He's worth the money. He's worth the money. And if you don't think he is, that's your opinion, and that is fine. Listen, at the end of the day, think what you want to think. If you think that Juan Soto, the Yankees are better off moving on from Soto, it's your opinion, and that's a fine opinion. I disagree with that opinion. My opinion is different. Keep Soto here. He's so good offensively. Just keep him here. And the Yankees have to do all it takes to do just that. At the end of the day, if it's just going to take them $45 million per year, they're going to go grab him. It's going to happen. He's going to stay a Yankee. The Yankees are going to meet that demand, if you will. So listen, that's what I think. That's just a feeling. That's a gut feeling. Like what Jack Curry said. He said he has a gut feeling, a feeling in his gut that Juan Soto will return. A feeling in his gut, though. He's not hearing it from anybody. It's just a feeling in the belly. And when, like him, he's been around the game for a long time. It's just a feeling in his belly that he thinks Juan Soto's coming back. I have that same feeling, Jack. I have that same feeling.